Yo guys, what's up? It's WarSpirit. Today I want to take a look at some gameplay features of Evolve that are sort of getting mixed comments about their functionality, and I just want to show exactly which way is correct. So doing it like a little Mythbusters episode here. First up, a lot of people think that shooting the Wraith's decoy will destroy it and or reduce its duration. I've got two clips here, the first one showing the normal duration of the Wraith's decoy without shooting it, around about 8 seconds maxed out, and the second showing that doing massive damage to the decoy actually has no effect, and the only way the decoy will disappear is after its duration ends or if the monster player cancels it himself. Also, doing damage to the real monster here, you can see the players attacking me does not cancel out the decoy. The decoy is still there, going crazy, doing a lot of damage to those players. Don't shoot the Wraith's decoy, just try and get away from it instead. Another myth is that a lot of people have been saying, including myself, that hunters have different movement speeds. To me it looks as if the trapper was the fastest and the assault was the slowest, but I actually went into a private match here to test out the movement speeds, and it turns out that all players and all classes in the game actually run at the same speed. Obviously when you're shooting your gun or using another ability sort of thing like the medic's med gun, you will move slower, but just default running speed is the same across all classes, as you could see from our little race there, so that one is busted again, guys. Another myth is regarding the Kraken's ability to fly or hover while inside a dome. So outside of a dome, the Kraken, if it flies, will slowly float back towards the ground. While inside a dome, this actually happens as well. The reason people think that the Kraken seems to have some sort of magnetic field attracting it to the dome that's keeping it afloat is actually because when players are shooting at the Kraken can stay in the air forever as long as it's actually being shot at. So if you want the Kraken to fall back to ground or not have it constantly be flying around the dome all the time, then stop shooting it. Of course, that's not really going to help you kill the Kraken, so instead you might want to use some harpoons or tranks to try and bring it back down to earth. Another myth is surrounding the Tyrant or any other aggressive trapper wildlife and how many shots it takes for the beast to release his captured hunter. I had a guy try to convince me for quite a while yesterday that it takes more than one shot, but I stuck to my guns and said, hey, let's try it out then. And you'll see here we have Lazarus shoot one bullet at the Tyrant, which after finishing the current tear animation will then release the hunter. It's not an instant release and damage can still be dealt by the Tyrant after the shot lands, but it will eventually let go, and shooting it with more bullets does not speed up the release process, so confirmed one bullet will release a trapped hunter. Something else I saw floating around is that reviving a wildlife buff with Lazarus prevents the monster from being able to get that buff, and I was like, oh man, if this is true, I really gotta try this out. So we see here, we've got the hunter team taking out the albino Tyrant, picking up the health regen and having Lazarus revive it, hoping to cancel out the buff so the monster can't take it. Unfortunately, you'll see me kill the Tyrant and manage to eat it, still getting the health regen buff, so whoever came up with that idea, you have been busted. The final myth here is that cloaked players are completely invisible to the monster. Now anyone who's played any sort of FPS game before that's had cloak in it, Crisis, Titanfall, will know that the cloak is never 100% invisible, and that's the same in Evolve. Even if you don't sniff out the footprints, the hunters are still visible if only slightly. You'll also see that they kick up sort of dust footprints as well walking along the ground, and there's that little shimmer that shows they are still there. Another little cool thing to note is that you can still sneak attack cloaked players, so if you know a guy's around you, just go for that sneak attack to stop him getting away. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Make sure you stick around and click that subscribe button for more Evolve content. Let me know in the comments of any other things you need investigated in Evolve, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching, see you later.